Welcome to the Marina Show. I'm your host, Marina. So if you've been following with us, which you should have been because my shows are the absolute best shows on all the planet. Just kidding. Okay, so if you've been following with us, we've been having this amazing date debate in which I am owning you at the debate. Basically, I've said that if you follow these 4 rules, you're more than welcome to be in a teenage relationship. And I'm guaranteeing you, absolute 100% guarantee, I can't really sue anyone except me, and I'm broke, so, and I'm also a lawyer, so good luck with that. That's a 100% guarantee. If you fulfill all 4 of these rules, which you can't, then you can be in a relationship. So, people who are just tuning in are like, what are these rules? Okay, so we said number 1, your parents have to know about it. Goodbye, 75% of our audience. Number 2, Christ has to be the center of the relationship. Goodbye, 4%. There has to be no physical contact. Goodbye, I'm not going to judge you. Now, rule number 4. If you've managed to make it this far in the program, I honestly applaud you. And also want to advise you that whatever you think is a relationship is really someone who's your best friend. So just be friends with them. Don't be in a relationship, silly. All right, so number 4 is the following. The sole purpose of this relationship is marriage. The reason that you are courting this person is to marry them. I highly doubt that. Teenage girls, I'm going to speak to you first. Teenage boys, you're not off the hook. I'm speaking to you next. All right? So let's talk about this. The sole purpose that you're in this high school relationship while you're in the 11th grade is to marry this guy. Let's call him Jimmy. All right? I highly doubt that. In fact, young teenage girl, I'd maybe like to alert you to some other reasons you might be in this relationship and be honest with me. If I'm wrong, just be like, girl, you are wrong. Not like I talk to high school kids all the time. I do. Not like I do a G for G group for high school girls or know their history or was in high school like 5 years ago. But, you know, I'll just shoot in the dark here. Okay, so number 1, a few reasons. You don't have to fulfill all of them. You could not be in all of them. Number 1, the person that you're with makes you feel good about yourself. Makes you feel like you're loved and pretty and smart and social. Brings your self-esteem off the roof. I can pretty sure I guarantee that I need to stop guaranteeing things because I'm getting sued all over the place, so I'm going to stop guaranteeing. No guarantees on the Marina Show. Okay? I don't want you to sue me. Okay? But what I'm saying is, that's kind of concerning. What? The person makes me feel good about myself. Yeah, that's really great. I'm really happy for you, sister, but why do you need him to feel good about yourself? Why don't you feel pretty and social and smart and all of those things without him? That's my question to you. What I'm getting at is maybe the reason that you're in this relationship is because it covers up a bigger void, which is a low self-esteem, which is something that a lot of teenage girls struggle with, whether you're the prettiest girl in the class or the person who's the bench warmer on the basketball team. That was me. Anyways, that's a story for another time. Self-esteem is a really, really important thing that we've discussed on other Marina shows. Marina shows, I like how that sounds. But seriously, you could very well be yearning the attention of a male or even a female if you're a guy because you simply want somebody to make you feel things you don't feel for your own self. And that's terrible. Well, it's not terrible. It's very human, and everybody does it. I do. Everybody does it. But let's be serious for a second. Are you in something because you like the way that person makes you feel about yourself? What if that person wasn't there? Would you still feel that way about yourself? Would you still feel like, Marina, I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm that? I highly doubt that, eh? So I don't want you to be in a relationship that's covering up self-esteem issues that you kind of are struggling right now with. Because God forbid this thing ends, guess where you're going to be? Down there. That's right. Your self-esteem is going to be shot. Don't ever be dependent on a man or woman to prove your own worth. Your worth exists by very fact that you are the child of God. Okay? So I don't want you to be in a relationship because you have self-esteem and self-esteem issues. You do not need a man to make you feel a certain way. And a lot of girls feel vulnerable. And then they go to men and they make them feel good. But guess what? Not to say men are evil or anything. Sometimes when a guy makes you feel that good about yourself, he's doing it for a reason. He probably wants your time, wants your energy, wants something physical from you. That's what you need to ask yourself. Because people are pretty smart. A guy can pay you a compliment if you pay him something else. Not to generalize, but just to alert you to it. So that's the first reason why someone might be in a relationship, because it makes them feel good. The second is because they're running away from something, or they're pressured by their friends to be in something. All my girls have a boyfriend, and I'll be the weird one out if I don't. Everybody's going to prom with somebody, so I'm going to go to prom with somebody too. Yes, I have talked to these types of girls. It's not cool when we all go to the movies as a group and we tell our parents that we're hanging out as a group, but really we're all like these little couples, and I'm not with anybody, so I'm just going to pick somebody up. Or if you're a guy, you know what I'm saying, all my boys, they're in something, but I can't just be the only guy out, and all the guys are in the locker room. They're like, what's going on, Yusuf? Where's your girl at? So I had to hook up with some. I've been there. I've heard these stories, okay? First one is low self-esteem, and I can guarantee you have that. Just kidding. You shouldn't if you're the child of God. And number two, peer pressure, man. This stuff is intense. I remember in high school, you're basically not cool if a guy wasn't interested in you. Guys weren't interested in me. The hair, before contacts came out, you know what I'm saying? Before the hair got straight, it was curl a little. But we'll get into this later on another Marina show, okay? Point being, if that's one of your reasons, you need to very closely examine that, okay? And the third is things that you could be struggling with between you and God and between you and your Father in confession, which could easily be physical lust. And you need to be very wary of that, because we've discussed that in other shows, how toxic that can be for both guys and girls, and there's no double standard. Remember that both a guy and a girl deserve to be with somebody who has a good past behind them. As a girl, I expect that the man that I'm going to be with can be honest and not have anything to hide about his past with other girls. And as a guy, I want to expect that from the girl that I'm with. That's not to say there isn't forgiveness and redemption through Christ's blood. Always remember that. Okay, so you're sitting on the other side of the TV and you're like, Marina, listen to me. It's not any of those reasons. I don't have a low self-esteem. I'm not peer pressured. And there's no physical lust. The real reason is because I really like this guy. He makes me happy. Okay, great. I'm really happy for you. Question. You're really happy. He makes you happy. Is the reason you're with him to marry him? Is the ultimate end of this thing for you to make this person or this woman, this woman your wife, or this man your husband? That is my question. Is that really what you're thinking at the age of 16 when you're probably on AIM or Facebook or on your BlackBerry? I'm texting this person because we're going to get married in a year. You're really not. You have a long way to go, honey. Long way, trust me. Finished high school, had to do 4 years of undergrad, now I'm doing 3 years of law school. You are not going to have time for this. Marriage is off the radar right now. Enjoy your youth. Okay, and why am I putting marriage as that rule? Because I've justified all the other rules, okay? Because the sole purpose of getting to know somebody for those purposes is so sacred. The only person that you should be making yourself vulnerable to, whether you're a guy or a girl, is somebody that wants to make a lifetime commitment to you. Somebody who says, I will wait for you. I will wait for you until you are ready to be with me. Let us explore this concept of waiting for somebody. Because listen, girls, listen, guys, I am not born like yesterday. I understand. You're in high school, you have crushes. There's guys that you like, there's girls that you like, there's people you admire. That's a natural human feeling. But this is how you test a guy, okay? You're in grade 11, he's like, listen, girl, you know what I'm saying? I really like you. I'm into it. Don't fall for that. Just be like, okay, I am devoting myself to Christ right now. I am his bride. Right now in my life, I'm working on my own purity. Why don't we just be friends? And if a guy says to you, I will wait for you, that is the true notion of a real man. He's ready to wait for you. He's ready to preserve himself and wait until you are ready. And if he doesn't wait, because a lot of girls are like, no, I can't say that because they're not going to wait. And there's other girls who are at the bottom of the tree that are going to be around. And that is not the person that you want to be with. That is the ultimate test of wanting to be someone. If they will wait until you are ready, if they know that you are worth the wait, if they see you, if in their eyes they see you like how Christ sees you, somebody that is worth his own blood, worth the wait, okay? And that is the most beautiful and freeing thing of not being in a relationship when you're a teenager. Because it's so beautiful. Instead of giving yourself to somebody, instead of letting yourself be vulnerable to somebody to hurt you, somebody to make you feel that horrible feeling in your stomach when something goes wrong or they're talking to a different girl or a different guy. What if somebody was like, you know what, Marianne or Sally or Susie, I want to wait for you. You're the type of girl that's worth that. And when you're ready and you've developed your relationship with Christ and you've gotten an education, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know you as somebody that I want to make my wife, not somebody who's going to take up my time right now. This concept of I will wait for you, we will explore on the next Marina Show. See you next time on The Marina Show.